Another film that TCM, Turner Classic Movies, ran as part of their New York City in the 1970s was a film from 1970, directed by Hal Ashby, who went on to do Harold and Maude and Shampoo and Being There, and basically, I think he was about 100% with the films he made. He didn't make a lot of films, but they were all really well done and really well received. It's a movie called The Landlord, starring Beau Bridges. Bridges plays an affluent New York City denizen who purchases a block of flats. He's not in England. He purchases an apartment building in Brooklyn and decides to kick everybody out and turn it into a space-age groovy pad for himself to just while away the hours and be affluent and groovy. And when he goes to meet the people, he discovers they're actually human beings. And he sort of gets drawn into their lives and decides he wants to, before kicking them out, at least let them stay for a while and make life better for them. So it's a very interesting and very 1970s sort of new Hollywood counterculture kind of movie where Bridges is a lefty pinko, supports people who are different from him and cares about other people more than himself, at odds with his family who thinks slightly differently, though they pretend they don't. His mother is played by, it'll come to me. His mother is Lee Grant is his mother, and she's pretty wonderful in this film. And this is another one of those early 70s films that is filled with people you recognize, either before they were famous or who went on to do other things very near on either side of this movie. Robert Klein, very young Robert Klein, is in this film. And just so many, Pearl Bailey is wonderful in this movie as a no-nonsense, longtime tenant of this building. And it's very interesting. It's very stylish. It's not just a straight narrative. You get these occasional cuts to fantasy imagery. You get occasional cuts back in time. You get occasional social commentary, man on the street kind of cuts. Lou Gossett is in this film, a young Lou Gossett Jr. Before he had done a little bit. I think he had done a Partridge Family, but I'm not going to tell you whether it was before or after this. You can see Lou Gossett with a little bit of hair. Like Strickland, did he ever have hair? Yes, he did once have hair. And I really enjoyed The Landlord quite a bit. It's a movie I had read about for years, and I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I knew it was sort of light in tone, but it gets serious too. It attacks a lot of the social issues of the day and race relations of the day and socioeconomic relations of the day and things that are sadly still relevant now in 2020. I really enjoyed The Landlord. It had some really good laughs in it. It had some really interesting visuals and really interesting stylistic choices. And it wasn't just a squeaky clean feel-good movie. It had some drama in there. Also of note in this film is Marki Bey, who was the star of a movie called Sugar Hill that I'll be talking about separately. Very different kind of film from a few years later, but it was interesting for me to see her in two movies in the same week when I'd never really seen her in anything else. At any rate, The Landlord is available on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber. It is available streaming, and if you get the Watch TCM app, you can watch it right now.